Welcome everybody. In today's video, we will talk about the three-tier architecture, and I won't like this concept. It's so detailed concept, and this video won't be too long because I will just like take the highest important point and I will try to explain that point. So let's dive in. So what is the three-tier architecture? So it's a concept in software development. It's a software design pattern. So what does it mean? So when we developed a program, usually we don't usually we don't put all our system in one place. We usually we in this pattern, by using this pattern, we usually separate our code, our source code, our system in different layers, in different parts. So a three-tier architecture means separating our entire system, our entire source code, our entire program in different layers, in different parts. So in this part, by doing this, it will will be like easy to develop the program, easy to maintain, easy to it will like increase reusability of the code and so on. So it's all about the scalability, maintainability, and reusability. And as you know, these terms, I mean, the scalability, maintainability, and reusability, it's so important in software development. So this concept, I mean, the three-tier architecture will make your programs more easy to develop, more easy to add some new features in the future, and much make it easy to develop and so on. So in this concept, in three-tier architecture, there is three main layers which we will develop. We will put the code, we will separate the system. So first of all, the first layer is the presentation layer. This layer is just how we interact with the user. It's a user interface. I mean, just I think a program. I mean, just I think. Let me give you an example. Let's say we want to develop a bank program, online bank. A program which will allow me to send money, to withdraw, to change, exchange, and etc. So as I said, we don't put all the source code, all the system in one place. We usually separate this program in three main layers. The first layer is presentation layer. In this layer, we will decide how our program will interact with the user. For example, let assume that our bank program is a mobile program, and the presentation layer will be like its interface, how the buttons looks like, how the entire program looks like, and how these components that user can touch, user can click and send, and this kind of thing. And in our program, the whole thing which related with the user interface, we put it in this layer. We put like buttons, the user messages, all the thing will be user see. We will put it in this exact layer. For example, let's say, as I said, a bank program, and it's a mobile program, right? So let's assume we need a desktop application, right? It's for the same application, for the same bank program. So usually we don't repeat the source code. We just we just change the user interface. We just changed its looks, how it looks. Okay, so in this presentation layer, it's all about the looking. It's all about the design. So in programming, in this layer, we put all the all the components which related with the um, user interface, we put it in this layer. Okay, so yeah, so let's move on to the next. So let's move on to the next layer. In this layer, I just want to call this layer, it's a brain, because all the functionality of our program, we put it here, all the source code here. In this layer, we don't send messages to user to the users. This is just a core, as a brain of the system, of the program. This layer will determine how our program will work. Like if you want to like send, let's keep in the same example I said, a bank program, right? In this application, in program, you will send a money to the other, right? So in that functionality, like sending money, we write the source code that allows you to send money to let's assume your friend. We will put that source code in this layer. Okay, so this layer is the brain of the system. All the source code, all the core source code are here. So yeah, this is this business layer. It's just independent from the interface. Yeah, this business layer, I repeat, this business layer is just independent from the user interface, from the buttons, from the from the all controls. Okay, it's just functions, classes, and the source codes will just operate all the functionality of my program. Yeah, so this is the business layer. So let's move on to the last one, which is the data layer. So we said a bank program, right? So in this program, we want to store our clients, our customers in database, right? So, and I need to retrieve these records, or I want to restore, in case I want to restore the records to the database. I need some connectivity between my program and the database, right? So the code that allows me to connect with database, to allows me to connect my program with database, we write it in this layer. In this layer, we determine what kind of database, like Oracle or SQL Server or anything else, we will determine here. This layer is just in this layer, it is there is no any code which is related to logic, which related calculation or etc. This is just all about the communicating with database. This layer, data layers, means is how we will communicate with the database. So it's all about the communication with database. So through this layer, we will accomplish that. So if let's make a brief a summary. So here is the all three layers. So presentation layers, it depend. It's the where the user interact with our program. As I said, the buttons, the text messages, the messages to the user, all about the all thing, all controls are here in this layer. Okay. So the logic layer or the business layer, it's all about the core calculations, core code is here. All about it's determined how our program will behave. It is are here. All of them are here. And the data layer, it's all about how our program, our entire program will communicate with database. And yeah. So in here we just write the code which allow me to communicate with database. So and most importantly, this data layer it can access to the presentation layers directly, or in through presentation layers layer, we can access to the data layer. There is no way to access the data layer directly. If you want to retrieve some records from database, you just first you connect the logic layer to the business layer, and then from the business layer you connect to the data layer. So that's how it works. And also, as you can imagine, this system will increase significantly our code reusability. For example, let's assume we are using Oracle database in our current system. After a few months, after a year, we wanted to change Oracle to the Microsoft SQL Server. So what we will do? There is one thing to do, which you don't change the entire system. You just came here and just change the line of codes that allows you to connect with the Oracle databases. Or let's say I want to change. I have desktop application, and I want to have a mobile application. So what will and all I have to do is just go and change the presentation layer, make the add. There is no need to change all entire system. There is just you can just change the interface and make your entire program compatible with mobile. So that's all you need to do. So yeah, this is the three-tier architecture, and it's so important to comply this concept in our in software development. And so yeah, thank you for watching.